Hey, what's up guys? Kriscoolmod for the wonderful RetroBeast update 35. But this is a preview or a part 1 because like I mentioned after update 34, I want to focus on optimize the RetroBeast, not just adding stuff, cool stuff, but optimize the RetroBeast. So that means I work on all the emulator, optimize all the emulator one by one to get the best of those emulator. Also check every system wheel on a handheld, console, computer, arcade. I check every wheel one by one. If you check my long stream last month, I did a lot of work on stream and without streaming, so I work every day to optimize the RetroBeast. So yeah, so emulator, logo, art, functionality, the layout, reorganize the RetroBeast, and I will continue. But I did so much stuff on the RetroBeast. Usually every time I do one change, I go to my log and I write it. Let's say I add 2 Saturn game. I will say okay, I just add 2 more Saturn game and stuff like that. But when I was working on optimizing the RetroBeast, tweaking the RetroBeast, it was so much stuff. I stopped writing every change because it was too much. So before, usually my update 35 video should be like today is the 23rd of January. Usually I do the video on around the 14th of February. One day before or the day of the update. But now there is too much stuff. I will improvise. I will check every aspect of the RetroBeast. I will show you everything I change, and I will do a part 2 if you want on the next update. The stuff I write on the paper, the official update. I will also update the game list, PC game, the new Switch game, and stuff like that. But seriously, I managed to tweak the RetroBeast. Just look at the desktop. This is now the Rainmeter wallpaper. I changed it. Just on the desktop, the Xbox One was messed up because there is controller 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, but usually people they have 1 or 2 Xbox controller. It was, I think, controller 2 and 3. So if you, I fixed it. So the first one you see there was number 2. So it was never hooked to your controller 1. But now if you see my controller 1 is plugged, you can see the button. Pressing. So I fixed this. I changed the logo. I have a old-timer buyer. He did like the old controller white logo, so I changed it today. So it's still the Beast universe, but I changed the logo. I also add. If people don't understand this feature, every major launcher or subcategories mini launcher, it's all there. Okay? If it's big, it's small, everything is there. Okay? That's the big difference with the big the launcher universe, and the search is right there. Okay? And you can use it with your Xbox controller. Now I'm gonna press start on the controller, so you don't need a keyboard, and you press let's say you want to launch RetroBeast, so you click on it, simple as that. and it's gonna launch RetroBeast. That's my controller. For this video, I only have my D drive plugin. I only have my D drive because I'm backing up all my other drive. Okay, so I changed the color also. I also changed the layout of the setting on the desktop. I make it smaller and more organized, and I change the logo. So if you are using a 1080p TV or a 4K, is gonna fit, because I will try to drag. Okay, let's say you have, I don't know if you see the white line, but if you have a 1080p, it will look like this. Alright? Because Rainmeter, the desktop layer, all the settings, they try to fit on a 1080p or a 4K. So now I'm recording on 1080p, but you see the ratio of a 4K. But if you have a 1080p and you flash my OS drive, you should have this inside the white borders box, so it's gonna fit. So I reorganize the. So you have two panels now. The first panel I'm moving, it's all about the setting on the RetroBeast tools. So the first one is the Sinden. So you choose your gun for AR, you choose your light gun, all the tools for your light gun, and you have the wiki. After you have for your Pixel K, plus the wiki. So all application can boot from there, and wiki, or before wiki, the manual, Xbox controller, how it works, everything is there. Utility. This is where you find TeamViewer, your driver booster, your CCleaner, sync recovery, activate window, and the theme. What's new in the theme? You still have the background music off and off, on and off, intro video on and off. Attract mode is the dim off and on. I did add the old retro TV. This is new from yesterday. It's a layer on top of all RetroBeast launcher. It's you can watch my video, but it's a layer. I'm gonna boot it now. It's you press on. All right. So it's on Beast Universe and all the launcher. It's a screen on top. So if you like the retro look, if you want the retro look, not even on the game but on the launcher, now you have a screen. If you have a cabinet or on your 4K TV or your small 1080p screen monitor, you will have a screen with reflection. The screen is curved. You also have the backlight. You have the skyline. You have the dot, the color dot of the old CRT TV. It's amazing. Seriously, if you like the look of old TV, it's almost the same layer you can add on top of the main games, but it's on the RetroBeast. Okay, if you want to turn it off, you just turn it off, simple as that, and you will never see again. Now it's without the. Alright, so this is pretty cool. So sample now, and I just add the keyboard. That's it's the same function as the controller Xbox. So when I'm pressing it's useful. Let's say if you for my light gun, it's useful because the light gun is a mouse and keyboard. So if you want to check if your button work on the light gun, let's say it's button 1 and 3, you press it 1 and 3 and you can, so anything you plug on your PC that work as a keyboard or a keyboard, you will see the input. Alright, just a test. You cannot use it to tap, just the same function as the Xbox. Okay, after that, Beast Universe has changed. Beast Universe, now you have only the main launcher and the just the main launcher, not the sub launcher. So all the RetroBeast, all the team RetroBeast. So that's the RetroBeast 4, RetroBeast Wall, RetroBeast Hyperspin team, Kriscoolmod team, Retro FE team, and the first one, the Let's Play. You have the big launcher, big box, the new RetroBeast War, the Hyperspin, and launchbox, and the vertical. Alright, if you plug, now I don't have the drive, but if you plug your drive, if you have the your EO PQR drive, but mostly the O drive, the entertainment will appear, homebrew launcher, and import will appear. So Beast Universe only have the main launcher. Alright, so let's go to RetroBeast. I will check all the change. I removed the search in the RetroBeast. The search is in the Beast Universe desktop launcher, as I showed before. MAME. Oh yeah, I remember the MAME. I did add some bezel last month, and let's say, okay, I'm gonna show you. 44. I used to have duplicate bezel in the MAME, and whatever the bezel you choose, because I have 4 kind of bezel: day, night, artistic, DOS, and another one. It did copy the bezel on the MAME, but it never changed it, because on every folder I used to have two setting and 2 bezel, and anyway, it didn't work. I fixed it. So now when you change the bezel, it will change. If you choose full screen, small screen, it should change the layout, because I have 4 or 5 bezel layout for MAME. Okay, so this is change. Also now you can change also the screen on top of the game MAME on the desktop setting, on the MAME setting. You can change, if you didn't know, I'm gonna show you. All MAME game, or let's say if you like in Hyperspin, you can play Genesis from MAME emulator and NES, Atari, and stuff like that. You can change the MAME from this. You can change the you press MAME toggle. You can change the bezel. You can switch to full screen or standard and stuff like that. You can also change the glass effect on top of the game. You have the LCD, the CRT effect, the skyline. Okay, this is all optional. You can test them out. Some will overwrite other settings, but yeah. So bezel on MAME works. I did fix also a bunch of MAME games that didn't boot, a few, because mostly all of them works, but a few from Nemco, I don't remember, but a few game was fixed on the MAME. What else in the main? This is new. Okay, all the subcategories that was on the universe, the main launcher, I put them on the MAME because they are a MAME mini launcher. Okay, so you still have all your subcategories per company and stuff like that. But at the end, oh, light gun is it's fixed. It was too much. It was too much game from a Nintendo arcade. It was Donkey Kong and stuff like that, but it's fixed. Fight. Okay, fighter. There is Street Fighter. That's the main fighter. You have the Street Fighter Fight Night and the Capcom Fight Night. Okay. So this is all different experience, different layout, different theme. So it's very cool for a cabinet. The fight, it's new. Arcade vertical, it's new. I'm gonna boot it so you're gonna see it. Okay, this is turning around.
Goodbye.
Same thing for the Street Fighter. You have the fight. And I'm not talking about all the tweak change yet, huh? I'm gonna talk about the emulator and all that stuff soon. So this is the new another layout.
Goodbye.
Arcade vertical. Only arcade if you have a vertical TV. Or if you want to put one of your screen at home vertically, that's pretty cool. You can play all the game vertical, you have a favorite and stuff like that. This is new. Wait a second, I'm just writing something. Okay, Street Fighter, you saw it, it's the same as this one but with Street Fighter game. The fighter, focus is new. It's a full bezel game layout. Like this. And you can switch to old school and per year 99, and after you can go up to 81 and so on. After you have the usual by name. Very cool. Forgotten World, it's not new. Answer Coin was but new for 2 months. Legend. So it's all in the main. Alright. Scroll. Arcade, there's a lot of update and tweak. Okay, you still have the Typex Extra. So you can boot, that's a mini launcher for Nemco, Xboard, Taito Typex 1, 2, 3, Nessica 1, Nessica Live 1 and 2, Ring Y, Ring Edge. Alright. Naomi, that's a special launcher. AAE, I fixed all the bezel. You have all the bezel, only armor attack. I don't know the reason, but there is no the bezel doesn't appear. I tweaked the emulator. And I'm serious. I test, if you watch my stream video, I test almost, but I test every emulator, every system. Okay? Everything is optimized. To get the best of the RetroBeast. So bezel, I did add the bezel for AAE. Action Max, also add a keyboard, if you see a keyboard under the logo, it's because you need a keyboard and mouse. Okay, so if you go to computer, I'm not gonna add a keyboard, only if it's, I think, let's go just to computer, just to make sure what I'm talking about. Okay, I didn't add any, because some emulator on computer, they are keyboard, they are keyboard and Xbox sometimes. But I didn't put the logo because it's computer. So basically, you need a keyboard. But some of them will work with Xbox. So I'll let you try. Most of them, all the most popular one are a keyboard and Xbox. So let's go back to arcade board. So because this is an arcade section, I had the keyboard because people think it works with Xbox, but no, it works with the keyboard and mouse. Alright, American Laser keyboard and mouse. Atomic Swave, I changed the emulator, I tweaked it, it was full screen, but I managed to add a bezel. The same overlay you saw on the RetroBeast 5 minutes ago, but 4x3. Alright, so all the emulator, Atomic Swave, Naomi, Naomi 2, Ikaru, now they have a 4x3 with a screen layer, skyline, a CRT effect. Alright, so this is new, emulator is new, brand new bezel. Capcom, I did touch that. Daphne's tweak. Fightcade, now you can boot the apps works. Fightcade is it's to play your game online. You need to log in, you need to create an account, and you can play a two-player game with other people. So this is the apps, it will boot. Just need to sign in. Final Burn is from RetroArch. I merged a ton of system to RetroArch on the RetroBeast, and I will try on the Hyperspin launcher. Most of the system will boot from MAME, so you will get a different experience. But mostly on RetroBeast launcher, most system will work with RetroArch. Only arcade game will work on MAME, mostly. I fixed HB-MAME. HB-MAME was booting from Rocket Launcher. Now I boot from better on RetroArch. Yeah. And all the bezel work. I can boot it just to show you. I tried to oh, should have a bezel. Okay, I'm gonna fix it. It was a bezel, but on screen overlay. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna fix it now. Game bezel. Arcade bezel. Let's take yeah. I have too much bezel. Wait a second. Damn. It's in the root, I think. Border. I'm gonna add a bezel for now. I will change it because I don't know why he lost the bezel, but MAME. Okay, let's quit the game because so HB MAME boot from RetroArch. Alright. Ikaru has the bezel. Sega Model 1. Nothing. Sega Model 2, I optimize it. I'm not gonna launch all the games, it's gonna be too long. I just want to say Sega Model 2, I cannot add the bezel, that's the only one, so it's full screen. But it's optimized. Better resolution, better graphic. 2-player works, split screen. Model 3 has the bezel now. And I optimize the emulator. Better resolution, better graphic, V-Sync and stuff like that. Okay. Naomi, same thing, it's got the bezel, it's got the new bezel, it's tweaked. Technopirate, okay, Technopirate. I test every single game, alright? And I tweak them. I changed. Some game was Japan language. I changed to US. I test all the light gun in Technopirate. I tweak it. So if there is a game that doesn't work, it's just because we wait for Technopirate to fix it. Because some game they work on a fix. So there is a few game in Technopirate, a few game like the new Rabbit, or there is a few game we need. We wait for a fix, okay? But all the rest I test it and it works. Next week I will work on the steering wheel. I will retest every single game on the wheel section. But all game in the controller and the Sinden light gun. Not the, I call it Sinden because now there is gun for you. All the light gun Technopirate works. It's all set, and I did when you one-click Sinden in the setting or you one-click gun for your, it will change the setting in Technopirate. It will switch Technopirate to gun for your or Sinden, but you still have to remap your button because each gun has their own ID, so you need to anyway to redone your gun. But if you have the same gun as me, the same SD, it will be already set. So all gun has been tested one by one. That's long. Since 2, I did add a few more games. But I have 5 or 6 games I need the fix, so I remove them and wait for a fix. But there is a few new games. This is not a duplicate. This is a 2 version. 3/4. I tweaked the emulator Dolphin. Zinc has the new bezel setup. Very cool. All the missing logo, I didn't work on that. I will work next month, but I need to do all the overall RetroBeast missing logo. I will do all in one shot. And all the rest is subcategories. Arcade PC. I need to work all the new game I add on the hard drive. There is a lot of arcade games and different shoot them up, driving, mini arcade game, you know, the 80s style and stuff like that. I want to add all those new PC games on the PC arcade. So that's something I need to work. Nothing special about that. Clone, no, I did something with Dojin. Oh, I changed the flash. There is new game in the flash, so there is missing logo. There is a new emulator. It doesn't boot from Rocket Launcher, it boots from, I don't remember the name, but it's a flash player emulator. So new emulator on the flash, Dojin. No, they didn't change the game house, they didn't change. GOG, no. Toko, Mogun, no. See, when I was talking about new arcade game, I wanna add. He's gonna crash because I do not have my hard drive. Yeah. I wanna add a ton of arcade game in the arcade. That's my next step. And let's check if I change Unity. No. Taken. I think I fix. Oh, it's gonna crash again because I don't have my PC. My PC drive. Okay. Let's go back. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I did add a few Taken, I think. In console. Okay, there is a lot. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. I try to remember everything I did. I know some system, a lot of system, console, handle, and PC game. I did try different emulator to see the best emulator that work. So a lot of them I changed. 3DO was not changed. No. Yeah, Atari was changed to RetroArch for 2 reasons. RetroArch works really great for a lot of systems like Atari, and also I can add the unique bezel, so any game you will boot has their unique bezel, artistic unique bezel. And it's easy when you understand RetroArch one time, you understand RetroArch for all the systems that use RetroArch. Okay, if you know how to save or go to the cheat code and stuff like that, I think RetroArch it's a good emulator, multi-emulator launcher for RetroBeast. All right, so it was MAME Atari 2600, 52 and 78 used to boot on MAME. It was great, very great, but there is more feature on RetroArch I like. So Hyperspin launcher will be mostly on MAME, but RetroArch will boot mostly. I try most of the emulator on RetroArch. So Atari boot RetroArch with new bezel, 52 RetroArch with new bezel, 78 RetroArch with new bezel. Yeah, I test every single wheel. Every single wheel works now. Coleco dice, I changed Dreamcast. I tweak the Dreamcast emulator. It's optimized, better graphic, better look. Yes. Channel F, I change to RetroArch. GameCube is optimized. Very great looking now. Everything looks amazing. Genesis is merged to RetroArch. So, oh yes, and I download from Bezel project. I download all the new Bezel for all those systems. Okay, so a lot of console and computer and handheld, they have new Bezel to match the game. Okay. Television RetroArch. Jaguar is new. It's got the new emulator that run all Jaguar. Alright. And if you didn't know, when you boot the game, you just press your home button on the Xbox and you have the emulator interface if you want to change some input or whatever you want to change. Multi-system. No, Neo Geo, same thing. Nintendo 64, RetroArch. Oh yeah, I fixed the new one. Yeah, the Tempest was so popular. Oh yeah, I remove 5 games. The first 5-6 games. Tempest is fixed. All the system is fixed, and I removed the non-working game. Ouya, it's okay. PC Engine, it's booting from RetroArch now with Bezel. PC FX, I think I moved to RetroArch, and it works. Oh yeah, and it works Philips CDI. It boot from RetroArch. This is new. I did have problem before, but now mostly all games should works. Okay, but it works now. CD works from RetroArch. DockStation is optimized. PlayStation RetroArch. PS2 is optimized also. It works to make the emulator the best as it can. Now it's full screen, high resolution, amazing. PS3 is really amazing now. I fixed a bunch of problems. The resolution, anyway, I think it took me a day to play a lot of game and testing, and PS3 is amazing now. Really, now there's no game because I don't have my PS3 drive, but it's amazing. Seriously, all the non-working game you used to have in the past that's supposed to boot and work, it works now. Alright, PS3 amazing. PSN same thing. Mini same thing. The new PS4 emulator, I only have one game, but I will work in the future to add more PS4 game. Satellaview, RetroArch, Sega Age, it's fixed. Now it works with the PS2 emulator. It was hard to fix, but it's fixed and it works. Sega CD, I changed the emulator, and the Mega, yeah. The Mega, I fixed it. Now it's booting. The CD is working perfect. RetroArch, Mega CD RetroArch, Sega Pico is fixed. And also I fixed bezel, mismatch bezel, because a lot of those Sega system, like Mark III, Pico, Sega Master System, some of them use the same core on RetroArch, but I create another RetroArch, so then they get different bezel. Okay, and this one also. Yeah. So they should all have their separate bezel style. Sega again, RetroArch. because all those systems, they almost use the same work on same core almost. Yeah. MSU, what? I did something on MSU, no? Oh yeah, there's a new bezel press. Is it this one? I want to boot it. I have, oh my god, not this one. I have a bezel in RetroArch on one or two systems. When you press the button on the Xbox, you see the button pressing in the bezel. It's amazing. I don't remember. I think it's Satellaview or anyway. I have a new, I don't know what to call this. It's a bezel with button that represent the Nintendo and Super NES and PlayStation. I can add on some system, but on Nintendo system and PS1. But when you press the button, that's it. The button really move on the bezel. Really, really cool. Some of those systems are fixed. I don't really remember, but some weird systems are fixed. Oh yeah, I fixed TurboGrafx, I changed the core, I changed the RetroArch, yeah. This is with the new bezel. Ultra, I fixed the emulator MAME. Yeah, this is new. Oh, Vectrex, I did work a lot on Vectrex for the ROM set. This is a new ROM set. I removed a few games that didn't work, and this is the all working game for Vectrex with a nice background and bezel. Don't remember this one. Virtua, boy, it's no more full screen. You have a bezel. The Wii is optimized, all optimized from Dolphin. Works really, really great. The Wii for light gun, almost. Wii U, Simu is tweaked. Great performance, resolution. Xbox, I update the emulator, and now I think I put it at 3 or 4 times the resolution. It's really, really, really great. I also test all the DLC. If you don't know, because the DLC, the way it works, it's not gonna work because I don't have my old drive. You need to boot the original game. You want to install the DLC. I retested it and it worked. So what you do, okay. I click it again because okay, let's say you want Halo. You want to install Halo DLC, right? Well, it's easy. You go. Where's the console? You go on the main wheel, the game wheel. I'm not gonna click it. You click on it. You go to Halo. You boot Halo one time. Okay. Evolve whatever. All right. You need to boot the game at first, like a real Xbox. After you go on the DLC, you click on Halo. DLC. Let's say a new map. You click on it, it will say, you did boot the game one time, so we know where to find the game. It's gonna install the DLC. You go back to Halo, and the DLC is gonna be in the game. Boom. Xbox 360, yes, I did try to upscale the resolution and stuff like that. Anyway, I fixed the emulator as much as I can, but Xbox 360 in the compatibility list, there is a lot of game that doesn't work yet, but I'm sure over time more games gonna work. But Xbox need to work a little bit harder on their emulator, but when it works, it works. But like Halo, I don't like the Halo game. It looks dark a little bit. Anyway, I work a few hours on it to fix it. So that's it for console. And hell, what did I do? Links. I update the Vita. I clean the duplicate game on Vita. It should boot full screen. I did add more game and I update it and I tweak it. Links boot from RetroWatch. Game@Watch, nothing. Game Boy Advance. Is it the Advance? Advance or DS? Anyway, one of those Game Boy Advance or DS, I did add the bezel. It was no, I think it's the 3DS and DS, yeah. Yes, I add the bezel. Color works perfectly. All new bezel. 2-player works. Game Boy 2-player works. New bezel. Game Gear RetroWatch new bezel. Mega Duck, I remove it and I put it back. I found an emulator on RetroWatch, and now it works perfectly in RetroWatch. Neo Geo Pocket. I redone the ROM list, and also you have the new oh, it's not gonna appear, but you have the new PC. They just released a PC Neo Geo launcher. You can find it in the Neo Geo Pocket. I think it's the 3DS. I did add the 3DS. Now you have the bezel. It doesn't look stupid now. You have the frame, the DS frame around the game. Nomad, I changed the emulator. Pokemon Mini fix, everything works perfectly. PSP Mini, perfect. PSP is amazing now. I put it Vulcan, I tweaked all the resolution, everything is tweaked. Super Game Boy is perfect. Nintendo Switch, I'm using one emulator now. I used to have 2 emulators, Yuzu, because you guys have to drive, but that was stupid, so I put one emulator. Because the problem with Nintendo is the loading time the first time after a PC reboot. It scans all the DLC and update, and it takes a long time. Take a big 1 minute, maybe 2 the first time. So you only have one emulator now to wait for. So I cannot fix the wait. The only fix I can do for Nintendo Switch is to remove all DLC and update. If I remove all the DLC and update, Yuzu's gonna boot in 2 seconds. But you will lose all the update on Mario Kart and DLC on Smash Bros and stuff like that. So you wait one time, but after that, after you boot your second game, you're okay. It's not, it doesn't take that much. It takes a few seconds. Anyway, Switch is optimized. Tiger, I changed the emulator. This one also. Wonder Swan, I fixed something. Ratio, it's done. Engage is updated. New emulator for Engage. Computer, my god, I passed 3 days on computer. It's amazing. Now it's very easy. You don't have the mini launcher computer classic. Everything is on the same flat level on the computer. At beginning, you have the computer 8-bit classic, computer 16-bit classic, and computer classic altogether. And you will see after there is let's say Amiga's got the full game set Amiga, but you also have the best game, because computers sometimes you have 2,000, 3,000 games. So what I did is you can find on the most popular system the best of the best. So all the system you see, I did test it, tweak it, update it. Graphically, for the control, everything has been tested. And most of them, I try to make them working on RetroArch. If it's not, they work with Rocket Launcher and their own emulator. But don't worry, all the most popular emulator works perfectly. So like the Amiga 32, Commodore, you have the bezel, the glass effect and stuff. It's amazing. So see, you have Amstrad CPC, but you have an Amstrad CPC best game. You have the new monochrome Amstrad. Apple, same thing. I rearranged the Atari 800. This is the best. Oh my god, I worked so hard on the computer. I tested everything. Yeah. Macintosh is amazing. Odyssey, I changed the emulator. MS-DOS now, you have the complete MS-DOS, you have the best, you have the for one joystick, for two joysticks, they are special, and for mouse. MSX, the way it works, you have now the MSX1, MSX2, and MSX1 and 2 best game. Okay? NSA, it's fixed, it's tweaked. I think the only one I have problem is the VG5000. It works weird, but that's what to expect from old emulator and old ROM set. I removed some system that didn't work, but some work, and like VG5000 it works, but some games don't. I may remove it. Some Coupe Sharp works on, yeah, RetroArch. I did something on St. Clair, I know. I rearranged the emulator. Oh, SCUM! Yeah, you have the complete SCUM, and you have the best of the best SCUM here. Another X and the best. So if you try to find your best game, you go on the best. Usually you will find your game on the best game section. Same thing, St. Clair. Thompson. So every system. Windows 88 is merged here, next to Windows 2XO. Right? So computer, a lot of fix and change. VR, I did add a few games. There is oh no, it's not gonna go. Oh yeah, you got the new EmuVR. EmuVR, I will add more emulator in it. So it's a room. You go inside a virtual room, and you can organize your room. And for now, you have a Nintendo 64. But I can add a PS1, all the retro system, the Dreamcast, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. You can move them. You take your cartridge with your hand, you put in the console, you plug the console in your TV, you open the TV, you play on your TV. You can change the day, night, you can add your own poster on the wall. My god, that's really cool. So yes, so this is new. PC game, a ton of new PC game. More logo, more yeah, ton of PC game. Pinball, I removed the what's the name? Future Pinball and Visual Pinball, because there is too much hit or miss on those systems, and I have a problem with controller, so I need to add only the working game, and I need the controller Xbox to work, because one day it works, the second day it stops working. I don't know. There is something in the registry PC I need to set up and stuff like that, but I remove it until I fix it. But the arcade works, all those stuff works. Video game, I didn't touch anything. Collection, there is a bunch of new collection. I have more to add. I have like 25 but this month you have 5 or 10 more collection. I don't really remember all of them. Asterix is new. Yeah, that's a surprise. Okay, if I go in the folder, I like the look on the desktop, the color, the logo, the visual. I like it. So yes, I update every emulator, tweak it. Yes. What did I do? Try to find. I know I did a lot of stuff. It's amazing. It's amazing. I don't remember everything. Anyway, the important thing for you guys is you have an optimized RetroBeast that should work perfectly. Everything is test, and that's my job. I want to make sure every month you have something that works. That it's like I did. One guy comment to me, you know what? He buy my RetroBeast and say, you know what? He works like advertised. You say he works with a Wiimote, he works. He works with the Xbox, it works. You know, the stuff you say you advertise works, and you plug it, you follow my instruction, installation, and everything works, and it's really happy. Yes. I'm sure there is a ton of new stuff I tweak, but for you guys, what's important is you have new emulator up to date. I check all the system wheel, all the games. The stuff I need to do is the logo, missing logo, and let's say remove some non-working system or game, because I don't want you to say, hey, this game doesn't work. So why keeping a game that doesn't work? Doesn't make sense. So system that doesn't work and game doesn't mean it's not gonna come back. When I find a fix, I can put it back, but for now everything works perfectly with a ton of new feature. Alright guys, that's it. It's a long update. I will do another official update 34, 35 before the 15th of February. But this video is long because I want to talk about all the wheel and the emulator and stuff I did. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on next update. Bye.